What's up, people? So as you can see, I have one singular Billy bookshelf basic bookshelf. Like, there's something that I want to do with this. Like, I have ideas of how I want to do my book nook, but I literally have only been here for a week, so this is just going to be my background for now. I still have a lot of stuff that I want to add and put in my room, but this is what we're working with for now. And also, I need to get a chair because your girl is not trying to be standing up for all these videos because I start sweating. Today I'm doing a tag. So the tag that I'm doing is the No Disclaimers book tag. I was tagged by Jess over at Tundra Tomes. I believe that's their channel. I know they changed their channel name, so I believe it's Tundra Tomes. I will link their channel in my description box below. They tagged me on Twitter, so now I'm just going to do it before I forget because I love tags. Such easy content. The girl loves tags, okay? Okay, so this tag has 8 questions, and the 9th one is to tag people, so I'm going to start right from the tippity top. So the first question is obviously the same question that's in like almost every tag that's like controversial. What book trope do you absolutely hate? So for me, the trope that aggravates me the most in books is the unexpected pregnancy trope. Gliding along in a beautiful romance novel that I'm just enjoying, I'm loving the characters, everything's going good, and then all of a sudden, bam, we get hit with the unexpected pregnancy by 2 grown adults that should know how to protect themselves. Like, common sense isn't thrown up in there at any point, and then it's just like, I just hate the unexpected pregnancy trope. It just happens when I feel like the author doesn't have anything else to do with the characters, but I'm just like, so many things you could do. There's so many things you could do besides that. That annoys me. That and the ultimate girl crush trope. The girl that everybody falls in love with and everybody's so in awe with. Like, I saw that in Sarah J. Maas's books, both for her female characters, the main character. They're very earth-shattering, crush-like girls. Like, as soon as someone meets them, they fall in love with them type thing. And just like, it's so old. That and Illuminae had a main character that was just like a girl that every guy was falling in love with, or like felt something for within the book, or just like wanted to protect her, wanted to love her, whatever. That shit is so old, especially when you just meet the person and all of a sudden you're just like, she's so earth-shatteringly beautiful. Like, that is so old to me. I'm so tired of that trope. It has to stop. So the next question is, what authors do I think are overrated? So I have a little bit of a list, and hopefully I don't piss nobody off with this. This is my opinion. I'm hoping I don't make you upset or anything, but everybody has their own thoughts. Alright? So I'm going to start off this list with Rainbow Rowell, whatever. Her books, I just feel like people within the book community, a lot of readers fetishize white, gay men that are characters in books. I don't think they think about the writing style. I don't think they think about the tropes. I don't think they think about the world building, nothing. All they care about the fact that there's 2 cute white main characters that are gay and are so adorable, cute little cinnamon buns. That's all they care about. Or they are so obsessed with her writing just based off the fact that there's 2 cute gay guys in it. Like, the world is mediocre, the writing is mediocre. That's how I feel. I've only read one of her books, so I can't say all of her writing is the same, but so far I'm just like, alright, it's fine, I guess. Also, Holly Black is overrated. All of her books, I have read 3 of her books, and every single book that I've read by her, it's been mediocre. Like, the only book that I felt a little bit of spark for was the end of Cruel Prince. I also like the way that she changes the fairy world where there are all these magical, beautiful creatures. She makes them a little bit brutal. She makes them a little bit tough, a little rough around the edges, a little bit more of a backstory. I enjoyed that with her writing. However, I don't know what it is with her books, but some of her writing, it just doesn't work for me. Like, is it the darkest part of the forest? Okay, the darkest part of the forest was meh for me. The coldest girl in Cold Town was meh. The Cruel Prince was like the last few chapters, I was like, this is great, I want to know what happens next, because the plot twist was great. But other than that, her writing style isn't the best for me. I just think I think it's okay. So So there's that. And Cassandra Clare. I feel like Cassandra Clare was really popular during the time of like Twilight and vampire tropes and stuff like that. So a lot of the little fan groups that were obsessed with Twilight and vampire stories and diaries and all that stuff, they kind of melted over into that world. And it was my first time reading her book in 2019, so I missed that little point. And for me, the writing was just okay. The characters were aggravating as hell, and I just was over it. So I don't understand the hype. I do understand it's an older book, so that might be why. Maybe I just missed the time period to be obsessed with it, but I just thought it was okay. So what are my least favorite books that I've read since I've joined Booktube? So I have an extensive list, but I went on my Goodreads to see what are the books that I rated as 1 stars, and the one that stood out the most to me was Ship It. That book, I don't even want to get into it because this will turn into a rant video real quick, but that book was just, there were so many issues with that book. I had so many problems with that character. So many things were happening that I just wanted to throw the book across the room. I was trying to read during a 24-hour readathon, and it put me into a reading slump. Like, I could not. So Ship It is definitely top of my list of one of the worst ones I've read since joining Booktube. Beautiful cover, though. Okay, so the next question is a book that had a terrible ending, but otherwise the book is good. So for me, I chose The Poet X. I don't think the ending was terrible, but I just think it was wrapped up too quickly. I really, really, really loved the book. Like, I love the book. I connected with that character so much. I really want to reread it. I love the writing style. I loved everything about it. But I just felt like the ending was just like, okay, let's go. We got to hurry up and finish this. We got 10 pages. And like, just the way it was wrapped up, I think Sydney was the one that was talking about this. The way that was wrapped up, it just was like too perfect. And it's like every ending that you have in books with characters, especially when it comes to religion and parents and challenges or whatever, it does not have to always end perfectly. And being that we are human and we experience these things as well, I feel like we will understand that. We don't need a perfect ending with every single book. So I just feel like that ending should have just been done differently. Not a terrible book, not a terrible ending, I just wish it was done differently. So the next question is a fictional character that died that I did not want to die. And so if you have not read Heartless, be careful because there's spoilers here. I'm going to hold up the book wherever it is. Here it is. Oh, I love this book so much. So I'm going to hold up this book as I talk about the character that dies. So the character that dies in this book is Jest. I absolutely love this book, but I already knew from the beginning that he was going to die, but I just was hoping that he would not. Like, something would happen where it would change, or like she would just change fate from snatching him up, because I just love this character so much. So that is the character that I would stop from dying, because he's just a cute little cinnamon roll. He's just a precious little baby. I didn't want him to die. So the next question is some of my bookish pet peeves. So one of my biggest pet peeves that I've been trying to prevent with the past books that I've been reading is when my hardcover books get damaged. Like, the covers are always so beautiful. They look so nice and shiny and just amazing. And then, like, a corner rips, or like food stain gets on it, or it folds. I can't. So I don't remember who it was I saw do it first, but taking off the cover of my hardcover books has saved so many corners and saved so much damage within my little library here that I'm just like so thankful. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves, is having my hardcovers get damaged. Like, it doesn't have to be impeccable quality, but I don't want ripped corners and like torn off stuff. Like, I don't want that. So the next question is, what are some books that I think deserve more hype? So I'm gonna grab it's stacked up. Okay, it's at the top. I can get this lovely book. Okay, so this is Motor Crush. I just recently read this, I think a month ago, or in February. I think it was February I read this for Black History Month. But this book was so freaking good. I don't think it has enough exposure. There's not enough, like, nobody's talking about this book. It's so good. Like, I love the story. I love the characters, illustrations in this. I stand. Like, I can't. I love it so freaking much. I got this one, volume 1. I got volume 2. Volume 3 comes out in July, and I'm just waiting for it to come out. I cosplayed one of the characters in this book. I just love this book so much. This graphic novel, excuse me, so much. And I feel like it doesn't get enough hype because there is a black female gay main character. I feel like if this was a white, male, gay, main character that was riding bikes and shit and killing the game, everybody would be all over this. They would be like, oh, he's such a badass. But you know, that's a different topic for a different day. But this book, this graphic novel definitely deserves more hype. I wish it had more marketing or people out. It just needs to be seen more. Like, I love the illustrations in this so much. I love it. I love it. And the final question is, what are my thoughts on books being censored or being banned? So I did not know this was a thing. Like, I really did not know that books were being banned. But I guess within certain contexts, or like whatever the book's about, if it's depending on like the age of the reader or whatever, I feel like it's understandable. But I think people should just be able to read whatever they want as long as it's not harmful to anyone else. I don't see the point in that. Like, there's so many things people do that are terrible. Like, reading books is not a terrible thing. There are some writers that are extremely problematic, which I understand. But like, for me, I don't think books should be banned. I just think people should know that those books should not be read. Certain books, I guess, by certain authors. I didn't know this was a thing, so I personally don't really have an opinion on it, but I think readers should be able to read. Period. That is the end of the tag. The last thing I have to do is tag people. So I'm going to tag Tabby over at Keeping Tabs. I'm going to tag B over at Bookish Pisces. Jamie over at Jamie Reads. I'm going to tag Ctina from Ctina Loves to Read, who actually just hit 1K, so congratulations. And I'm going to tag Princess from the Castle Library. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a little quick tag. Let me know if you agree with any of my opinions, especially about the authors. Like, if you think these authors are mediocre and you agree with me and they're way overhyped, please comment below so I can talk to you about it. Thank you guys for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interesting, and I will see you next time. Bye.